this is Jeanette K Caines from Jewelry Arts Inc. In this video, I'm going to show you how you should deal with a brand new leather mallet. Now, you may not know there's actually things you're supposed to do to treat it to deal with that lacquer that it comes coated in. So I'm going to show you how to do it, and we'll get a chance to channel a few feelings in the process.
Hi everybody. So for those of you who have a brand new leather mallet, maybe you don't realize it's got a bunch of weird lacquer on it, right? So if you take this now and you try to hammer your metal, it's gonna leave marks. It's thick and heavy. So apparently some of my colleagues here have not ever seen us do that. So we're gonna do it. So here we are out on the street because I would rather go and hit a curb than hit something really loud in the studio and freak everybody out. And it's also just good to get outside, you know, and release a little feelings. Okay, so make sure no one's about to hit you. Very important. Okay, now take a look. It actually hasn't even done that much. Now this is why we do this outside on a curb and not like in the studio, because it can take a surprising amount of quality violence to get that off of there. Now, what I'm gonna tell you though is this: if you hit this against whatever, like let's say you have an anvil at home and you're like, I'm gonna whack it on there, I'm gonna whack it on concrete, whatever I'm gonna whack it on, you're gonna end up with little kibbles and bits in there. So after we're done beating the crap out of this end, we're gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna take like a big ugly file and we're gonna file the ends, because otherwise you will have a softened end with hardened bits in it, which will then also put marks in your shit and will piss you off a whole lot. Okay, so I am going to leave Sarah to express some of her feelings and hit this, and then we'll go upstairs and I'll show you and we'll file the ends. Okay? Here we go. See what I mean?
It's gonna take a while.
But that's why you want to hit on the roughened edge on the inside. So you see the end is all kind of nicked up now and dirty and disgusting, right? So usually what I do then, this is really like a wood rasp, but normally I would say like whatever is the biggest and ugliest file you have in your studio, use it, you know what I'm saying? And I put this in here because otherwise you're trying to hold it and it's moving around and whatever. And I'm gonna file the end a little bit, so that should get rid of the last little bits of the shellac, and it'll also get out any little bits of beautiful New York curb that we have inserted into it, which you wouldn't want that in there. Because what we're doing basically is just exposing the actual leather, you know, because people will buy a leather mallet and then be like, oh my God, I can't believe how many marks it left in my metal. And I'm like, well, yeah, because it has that shellac in there. Now I will, if you want to go full OCD, I have one that I do not remove the shellac on because I use that for setting and I want the end to stay really flat. So I leave the shellac on there. So what I was saying to you was like, we'll do one end and let's leave the other end alone, and that way you can flip back and forth, okay? You see the action? Because the thing of it is, this is gonna get somewhat misshapen, but I don't want this to be dementedly not flat. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so it doesn't have to be perfectly level, but you don't want like, you know, so it's better to have it in here like this. So you see what's happening? See, smoothing out, getting rid of the little bits. All right, so we'll do some more until the end of the surface. Now, this is a little bit, you know, labor intensive, but like you do it once, you know, to your hammer one time when you get it, and you never have to do this again, so. And I mean, I'm pretty sure they put the lacquer on there literally like keep bugs from eating it and stuff like that, like in the factory. You know what I mean? It's like a thing that they do, but you really want to remove that if you want to use it on metal to be able to not get lots of marks. If you need that soft surface, that shellac is not soft. Okay? So I'm going to do a little bit more like this. You see the action? And then I'm going to let Sarah do a little because I'm sure she wants in on this. Okay? So just work on this a little more till we have this smoothish, you know what I mean? And then we'll kind of wash it off a little and that's it. Cool. There you go. So for just a little progress report, you see how it's kind of evening out and we've got most of the crud off. We're just going to do like, I don't know, a tiny bit more and then we're done. And if you feel it now, I say that when my finger is on it, pretend you can feel it through the camera and it's much smoother and softer now and it's not going to leave those oogie marks on your metal. Okay, so we're almost there. Back to it, Sarah. So look at that in all its glory. And like I said, I know you can't really tell, but when I feel it now, it feels soft, you know, so this is not going to leave oogie marks on our metal, which is what we want out of life. And like maybe this took us 20 minutes all total. You do it when you first get your hammer and then like that's it, it's treated for life. So there it is in all its glory, Sarah's new hammer. Now we're going to go hit things with it. Yay!